All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the.
Compromise.
All right. We're back for another episode here for the Compromise and also known as.
Meet me halfway.
For sure, for sure. And we are. We
Well,
sound
I'm
like.
India. Who
My
are
name,
you?
Darchie. Okay.
So
For
that makes
sure.
us what the Andersons.
The Andersons. I like it. I like it. I was over here trying to get this pep rally started. And we are. Okay. 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 But no, for sure. So today we wanted to, I wanted to have a topic to where I discuss with India um, some things that I feel that she is creative in this area. She's worked with it before. So this is kind of like a surprise topic for her today. Even though we're not live, it would be really cool if we was live. That way, it can be kind of embarrassing for her, like, oh no. But no, but today, I'm gonna start it off with the actual definition of the topic. So the definition, from what I'm seeing, is regard for one's own well-being and happiness. So, what do you think the topic is?
Peace.
Regard for one's own well-being and happiness.
I don't know.
Self-love.
Oh,
Self-love.
yeah. I should know that one.
So yeah, so self-love. So I just wanted to. I think women have, they have a lot of time to be able to express themselves, to be able to talk to each other, to give each other kind of like that guidance and kind of just like help with understanding what self-love is for each other. And I do see a lot of times with women even motivating each other to say, hey girl, you got this, or girl, look, hey, secure the bag and stuff like that. But I kind of wanted to do that topic because you actually have done a charity event or did something for
Not
a
a
nonprofit.
charity event, but a community service
Community
event.
service. Okay, my bad. I
For
put
some
you up
kids. Yes, and I helped and discuss self-love with the kids, and it went really well. Shout out to Courtney Kelly. She's the owner of Let's Have Girls Talk, and she invited me to speak to some young ladies about self-love.
For sure, for sure. So, one, I guess just to start off, what is self love for you, or what does it mean to you?
So yes, self-love basically means taking care of myself. Okay? Something that, some of us struggle with, taking care of ourselves to our full extent. But just taking time for you. I personally love to get a massage, get my nails done, my hair did. That's how I should, do my self-love. But explain, how do you do self-love? I know guys are not big on talking about that, I feel like. But do you
Yeah,
display self-love?
we was gonna get into like the men area. I wanted to kind of like piggyback off of the, like what women do, and
Yeah.
how can men get there? Because the biggest thing with men is that I don't think we're there yet.
No.
With expressively showing self love. Like with each other and stuff like that, and for it to not be something that's like oh, it's awkward, like if I'm over here like, hey man, I gotta get a pedicure, and then dudes are looking at me like, yeah, that's kind of.
But there are more men that are open to getting like pedicures and self-love in that aspect of like grooming. There's some men that are more open to that. But yeah, I don't know too many
For sure, for
that
sure.
go that route.
So that's why I was, I guess another question that I was gonna ask you quickly before I get into like the men was, why don't you feel like men have that, or what?
Ego.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ego. They don't want to see. I mean, guys barely say that they love themselves or love other people sometimes. So to say, I love myself, I feel like that can be kind of hard for a guy. It may seem feminine, it may seem too soft, and men these days like to be like hard and tough and be in charge and stuff like that. But it's a balance. Like, everyone's human, so it's okay to have allow yourself to feel love and show yourself love. It's okay.
Oh, for sure. I totally agree. I know I don't do it often myself, and I think it's even when we're being raised, like, as young men, like, I think because I grew up in a single mother home, so my mom was there, and she was, my dad was, he was playing football and stuff, man. He was a man.
He played in the NFL.
Oh, okay, we're gonna throw that one out there. Okay, now I'm gonna have some extra followers.
No.
No, but yeah, for sure he did, and I think some of the things that for me growing up, we didn't have too many moments to where it was just like, hey, like, how are you feeling for yourself? I think sometimes men don't know how to express. We don't know how to talk about things. We don't know how to, like, and it starts with us first.
Be expressive.
Yeah, it's and that's big, and I think and that's what I'm learning too as well. Like, as I get older, like, it starts with me. Like, if I can't if I can't take care of myself, then how am I gonna take care of you? Like,
exactly.
Like, I can't help myself. If I'm over here like fighting some demons and battles that I go through. Men go through a lot. That's one thing that, hey, I don't know how many fellas are out there listening, or how many fellas would listen to something like this, but we go through a lot, and it's important. Like she said, like, what are some of the, like, scenarios or situations to where you actually, like, recently, is it some recent things that you have done that's expressing self-love? Like, outside of, like, pedicure.
Well, yeah, outside of just, like, pampering. I'll say reading my devotional for more of a mental self-love. Just taking the time to read my word, to get that encouragement that sometimes you can't get from other people, or sometimes you just don't want to talk to other people. You just want to be with yourself and God. So I would say that's another outlet for me, reading my devotional. I really want to get into therapy. I've been saying that for a while, but therapy would be like another step of me trying to do self-love. Yeah.
That was my bad. My stomach was over here.
I know. I was like, did I?
Yeah, it was doing its thing.
I got a question for you. So what do you think is stopping you? What's stopping you from your full potential of self-love, besides being, you're saying you weren't raised to really share that? Well, go ahead and explain it. Right. I don't want to make it seem
I'm following.
I'm share, but yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, myself, I don't know about, like, too many dudes out there, like, what's ailing them, but or hindering them or stopping them from self-love. But for myself, it's just lack of knowledge on it, or just, like, not knowing what to do. Like, even when, at one point we was trying to do yoga in the house, and I was just like, dang, like, I can't even stretch, like, this hurts. It feels bad.
But let's be honest. Before, when you first heard, let's just do yoga, what was your initial thought? Wasn't it, I don't do this?
Yeah, I think some things, like, men automatically put in a feminine space. Like, it's feminine off top. Like, it's pedicures, feminine, like, yoga, feminine. You're not supposed to,
therapy.
Like, feminine. Like, oh, you want me to talk about my feelings to somebody I don't even know? Okay, yeah. Not doing that. I'm a big dog. Been a gangster since 07. Like, oh, okay, big thug. But no, I definitely feel like it's just a lack of knowing, like, what well, you know, like knowing like, okay, this is okay. You know, like knowing that it's okay. I guess that's a good word to put in that scenario, because it's just
because I feel like women expose men to certain things that they'll let you know, oh, it's okay.
Of course.
Oh, let's do yoga together.
Of course. Yes, women, without y'all, we wouldn't do a lot of things. We would. It's some things we do just because to either get a woman or to keep a woman. You know, like some things we do just to like, even like, I know my friend told me a while ago, he was just like, man, listen, like you got to take yourself to the movies. And I was like, what? And like, what do you mean take myself? That's supposed to be two people that give you a 2-seat option.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you can be the one person sitting in there. Like, I do it all the time. I sit at a restaurant all the time. It's okay. And so that's why it's tough, but I think most dudes have their core group. And if your core group finds some things acceptable, then I feel like men will be able to release and then have vulnerability to be able to say, okay, all right.
But someone has to be the trailblazer. Is that what you're saying in the group?
Yeah, somebody has to be. It's either someone has to be the trailblazer, or it can be a combination of everybody can be the trailblazer. Like, honestly, it just has to be accepted. You know, some things that we do is not accepted in the man's culture. Yeah. So, and that's why I feel like self-love is a topic of just like, hey, like, you know, have you expressed like, hey, like, you know, it was easy for you to just spit that stuff out, you know, like, oh, I do this, I do that, I do this. Sometimes I meditate, you know, like, oh, okay, that's crazy. And then men have a hard time clipping their nails, you know, like
clipping them toes too.
Yeah, clipping toes. We don't and that's some things that we don't even like pay attention to ourselves, or just, you know, really focus. Skincare. That's another thing.
Yeah, that was something.
How many men?
He was in my bathroom using my skincare, and I was like, "Look, I got you, baby. I'll get you your own."
Don't be giving all the beeswax out
but
there.
You've been doing good. Like you've been grooming your beard. Like
I got a couple pimples.
He's been paying attention to himself, and I've seen the difference. It does make a difference in the person. Like even with their style, you've been paying more attention to it, and it gives you like a boost of confidence to like, hey, that's self-love too. Having confidence. And
I think that's an issue too with like, I feel like certain dudes, because it's so hard because it's the stereotypes that are out there, and then some guys don't want to admit like they like men body shame, you know, like men have like so many like insecurities that we want to hold back. You know, hopefully men don't get mad at me, put in the comments like, bro, don't be telling all the business and stuff, bro. Like, first off, like I had abs when I was in the 4th grade. You know, like, oh, it's crazy. But for real, honestly, men have so many insecurities. And I think for women, the reason I want to do this topic too, because I wanted, you know, I wanted to express to you, and then also for women that are out there, to know how easy it was for her to spit out, you know, her self-love. And then to just, you know, sit down and ask your guy, you know, like ask your mate or your partner, like, hey, what are some things that you do for self-love? Most men not even gonna know the definition. You know, most men gonna be like, really? What? Like, what do you mean? I play my video game. Oh, okay, so what else you do outside of that?
That's a lot of self-love for a lot of people.
It is. It's a meditation era, but then sometimes it can become like their frustration too, because some things that men put into, like what we put into like our self-love, that comes with our frustration, because we put all of our emotions into our self-love, because we're emotional too, like we're emotional beings. Like a video game, we're gonna get upset over it, you know what I'm saying, because like we said, we're pouring out our emotions. That's the word I've been using. Football games, you know, if you're a basketball fan, if your husband, boyfriend, or significant other is a basketball
big fan of sports,
oh man, like
people be crying.
You seen dudes punch TVs.
People cried 2 weeks ago.
When? For the Super Bowl? I hope you on the right.
2 weeks ago, 1 week ago?
I hope so. No, I think it was like a week ago. Yeah, but no, for sure, they probably cried because that's joy for a man. You know, like that joy you get when you got your nails done and you look good and you feel. Most women say, I do that for myself. Like, ask a man, like, why you like that team? Like, why do you like the team? You know, and why do you keep liking them? Why do you get mad when they lose? Like, don't ask them all them questions at one time, because it's probably gonna frustrate some men out there. You know, some men have testosterone.
But you're right though with saying, like you were saying earlier, women talk to their partner, significant other, to help them find ways to, you know, do self-love, give ideals and stuff like that. Is that what you
No, saying? for sure. Yeah, women help us to do that, and that's why I was encouraging even some women out there to. It starts with a conversation, though. You know, you gotta sit there and ask. Like, what are some questions that you would ask me if you wanted to figure out like how I express my self love?
I would first ask, what do you enjoy doing? What brings you the most joy or happiness?
What brings you the most? Oh, see, I feel like that's a loaded question, because if I don't say you, then it's gonna be terrible. Like, of course,
well, self-love doesn't have to deal with, like, my self-love. I didn't say anything about you, so it doesn't.
You're right.
So it doesn't have to be.
Let me be selfish.
It's a moment for you to be selfish.
It's self-love.
So let it slide.
It's for myself. Okay, it ain't say married love. It's my time. It's my time, y'all. It's my time to shine.
Come on.
No, I mean, if you was just to come out like and ask a question like that, I would probably tell you like.
I can guess.
Like, just being basic is probably like football and like playing the game and stuff like that. Just for me to say self-love, and then working. I enjoy working out. The few times I do it, but I enjoy it. I enjoy working out.
Working out.
It brings me back to a space of when I play football and stuff like that, because I like most men, that's what we think about, you know, football. And I mean, not most men, some people like basketball and
but sports baseball, in general,
sports, you know, stuff like that. So
I was gonna say, for you, something that you don't do a lot, but music. Yeah. Sports, of course, but I was gonna add music to it.
Yeah.
Something that makes you happy. He used to be a rapper, y'all. So,
this is out there.
SoundCloud.
They're gonna get that one. We're gonna work on this podcast first and see how that goes.
But yeah, I feel like that was something that you enjoyed.
Yeah.
That you could probably add back.
No, but I like that though, because I mean, I wanted this to be completely random. That's why she's been asking me all day, like, what's gonna be the topic? What's gonna be what am I gonna talk about? And so sometimes it's just like freelancing, just because I wanted to see like that question, how you asked me, like, okay, so what do you do for self-love? Like, you got to know your man too. You got to know your partner. Like, you know, and I encourage fellas to know like your woman's self-love, because that's a good way to like give her surprises, or a good way to learn her love language and stuff like that, and a good way to like learn how to give her a gift or something. Like she'll love some stuff. Like if she loves to read, you know, and you find out her author, oh man, most women out here, they author is Jesus Christ.
That's mine.
The Lord, it is God, it is the Lord Almighty. Praise ye.
Special.
Woo. But yeah, for real. But no, in all honesty, that's why I wanted to see how you would respond to something like that, or how you would ask me or talk to me, because I really want to know how women view men in some of these areas, because you know, to get a man to talk, how do you get him to talk, you know, and do you know your man well enough to say, hey, like,
especially for women that got a man that is tight-lipped.
Yeah,
because there's some dudes out there that they're not saying too much. They're not very vulnerable. They don't really share. So that's a plus that you do share. Like, I'm glad you don't have an issue with expressing how you feel. It's just how you say it. But that's another topic for another day.
And in all honesty, though, I mean, and I know we coming up to a close and stuff, but it's in how you say the tone. You do that. You say that a lot sometimes, and to me, it could be a tone just because of like that's when my emotions come out, they come out. You know, like how many men out here just be like, I know how to handle emotions. Because let's think about it. How many men cry? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many men just sit here and be like, I had a bad day, bro. Like, you're not finna, if I see my homeboy doing it, I'll be like, stop. Bro, stop it.
No, you're not.
I'm not gonna do that. But
You're not.
I'm gonna really be curious. I'm like, why are you doing that, bro? Like, what's happening? You know, like, what's going on? But yeah, you know, I thought we was almost over. But yeah, I know we're coming to a close. But that's, you know.
Yes, what's your closing statement you want to say? Men, choose self-love. Women, help your man, help your significant other.
I want you to
find
go
that
for women.
self-love.
I want you to hit for the women. I want
And
you
then
to say a closing
find
statement for the women.
Find what's, your self-love. Try different things. Have different friend groups because you can learn stuff from multiple people. There's yoga, there's meditation. There's so many things that you can do to help yourself survive because this world is crazy. It's crazy. So everyone needs to do something to help manage and help themselves grow as a person, keep their peace. Okay? But yes, that's it.
That was short and simple. Okay.
I mean, it's not a lot.
I feel you though. I mean, and most women be like,
most
girl,
women don't
I
have,
already do that.
Most
girl.
women don't have egos either.
Yeah, you're right. They're not prideful. I think that's
Prideful.
what I would say to the men though. In closing, like, men, we got a lot of pride, bro. We got testosterone, bro. I'm right there. I'm with you. I feel you. I know what you're going through, man. But being vulnerable in certain situations, it'll probably help that, like, that anger, resentment, or whatever you have in some cases, because you feel like sometimes if we let it build up, oh man, it's in some cases it's really bad. Like, ain't no telling what some guys will do out there. Because men are built on strength, testosterone, and just ego and pride. So that's a lot of strong words. So I thought I said some big words right there.
I was about to say, I hope you saying that right.
Oh man. Don't pull that dictionary. I was about to say, don't pull that definition out. But
that's
no,
my Google.
Man, I just really want y'all to, just be able to find a way to do self-love or be able to practice.
And then if
it.
you're single too, we got to keep that in mind. If you're single, you're not going to have always help to find that self-love. Sometimes you're going to have to do the research yourself. So
yeah, no, I mean, if you're single, that's even more better too, because when I was single, that's the things that my friend was telling me. Like, it wasn't like they telling me like out of nowhere, just like, hey, go take yourself to the movies, like, and I'm married. Like, nah, bro, they were telling me that's the perfect time. Yeah, like you do those, and you do that at that time, fellas, just because what's gonna happen is, like, the expectations of relationships sometimes is, when I get in a relationship, you're going to make me the happiest person ever. Let's be realistic. That person's not perfect. They're not going to get all the P's and Q's, dot all the I's, and cross all the T's. Some stuff is going to happen. But if you know how to make yourself happy in certain situations, and you know, like, what to do, like, just in case y'all have like a heated discussion, I'm not going to say y'all going to argue because I don't want to put that on nobody. But if y'all have a heated discussion or something like that, y'all could be able to go y'all separate ways. You can go do something that's more peaceful and relaxing, and then she can go do something more peaceful and relaxing, and y'all can come back and try it again.
Exactly.
Let's try to talk it out. Let's try to do, and then when y'all come together, some people may not even know, but some of those love practices and self-care practices y'all can do together, like yoga. Like me and her trying yoga, like, boy, my back was hurt, but you can try it. You can try it together. So that's what I want to be able to encourage the men out there to do, is to just be vulnerable. Because if you don't open up at all, then it ain't gonna work. I'm sorry. It's just, if you're gonna be stuck up like that, hey, do your thing, bro. I hope the best for you.
Let's just keep it positive vibes.
You're right. I want to be positive. I want to say that it's gonna probably take some time for that guy then.
It may take a little longer.
For the ladies that's dating that male, be patient. Be patient with him. Like, understand that we didn't, like I just expressed, like, I didn't grow up with that easy flow of just like, oh, what did you do? I don't, thinking so hard. I'm like, I do put lotion on, right? Like, is that self-love? No, I don't. I wasn't washing my face before, like, I
Not
met
being
you.
ashy. Is
Yeah, self-love, not being ashy. Don't crack your skin, guys. Beautiful skin. But definitely want to let the fellas know out there. I know we talk a lot and stuff like that. And coming to a close, just love yourselves. We love you. We want everybody to, be on this journey with us. Just expressing these different things and battles that we have.
And write down in the comments too, things that you do for self-love, and we can all share, exchange, all that good stuff. So yeah.
For sure. But definitely, and I'll repeat that. Put it in the comments, like, hey, fellas, ladies, anybody, even if it's just our family and we got like 3 comments, we love it. Bro, we gonna probably screenshot it. And we do photography too. And and then lastly, this is her beautiful purse back here. This is the item of the month here, guys. So we just wanted to show it off a little bit. Go to her website. That is www.immersefashion.com. That is www.immersefashion.com. And you can call it at 800. Nah, just fan. Let me stop.
Stop. Okay.
But yeah, self-love, man. Be able to love yourselves and be able to love one another. And you can't love one another until you love yourself
and
first.
God is love.
God is love. So we're going to end this with our little handshake. And we hope you all have, heard this, and it's setting your spirit, setting your soul, and it marinated a little bit. Love you all.
Why am I saying bye like that?
Lord.